Welcome back to United Gamers Authority. I'm Shade Hunter.
I'm Phantom Stag.
And today we're going over how to get the Blacksmith in Enshrouded. Now, if you'll notice, we already have the Blacksmith, but we won't talk about that ridiculousness that was, I'm a professional, honest. Let's get to it. Alright, if you followed the game's tutorial, that is the starting vault. This is where it marks the map for you to place your first flame. And then coming out here to get to the blacksmith, you just come slightly off to the left. You'll find over the top of this hill right here, you will find a bridge that is broken. You want to wander down the side of that bridge.
Eventually, you're going to be going across the bridge, but for now, the objective is down. You always want to stop at these little camps that you'll find scattered throughout the game. Things you can find, sometimes by just walking up to things and saying, yes, I'd like to loot. Sometimes by walking up to something that needs to be read, chest, or anything that can be destroyed with an axe or a pickaxe. There are lots of things that can be gathered that way. Containers will frequently yield some kind of an item, even if they appear to be empty, so smashing containers is generally a good idea. This red glow that you see there means there is something that can be picked up or something that can be read. You'll see these things laying on tables, messages, that sort of thing, scattered throughout the game. First time you encounter them, they'll always be glowing red. Afterward, they won't be glowing, but... And the first time you come into the shroud, you want to stay on the path, because there's lots of nasty stuff out here. Wandering off, get yourself into some trouble. That first encounter right there, that guy, as you come down here, he always drops a ring that you will find helpful. So, always a good idea to go ahead and get him and his ring.
These bulbs right here, you always want to shoot them from a distance and get rid of them, because they make your enshrouded timer go down faster, and when that timer runs out, you die. No ifs, ands, or buts, you're just dead.
Yep.
And this glowing thing, this thing that looks like a canister, this will restore your shroud time and any of your allies nearby.
Boom, shroud time goes right back up.
Oh, come on, face the other direction. Thank you. Oh. Okay, forget it. I don't need to cut that up. All right, let's go ahead and get up here and get out of the shroud.
Yeah, none of what we were doing right there is part of the quest. Just what we were doing.
It's part of the exploration that you always want to be doing when you're wandering around in the world. Always gathering and picking stuff up.
And frequently when you come into an area, you'll see an object. I'm sure we'll see them when we get up here, but you'll see something. It might be a box, it might be a stack of things, and there'll be a little white square visible. That means that's an item that is lootable. Not every item that's lootable will have that, but if you see that on an object, you know it's lootable. So here's an example of something to be read that is glowing.
This bridge, this side of the bridge right up here, you've always got to pay attention because there is an enemy right there. And he shoots. And it's multiple things at once.
Yeah, he's a dirty, rotten cheater. That special crossbow thing he's got will shoot three. I think it's three bolts at one time.
The upgraded version throws explosives at you.
Yeah.
But you always want to kill those guys because they tend to drop a lot of metal. And then you always want to come up here to the bridge. I believe there's this thing that he was talking about right here. See the little square? And then when you get close, it'll tell you to search it. And then you can sit and search and find something, and it goes away.
Yes. And these on the ground, these are traps. You want to watch out for those and not step in them.
I could probably jump over, but I'm not going to worry about it. There's grappling hook places. Here in the next couple episodes, we will be going over the grappling hook and the glider.
Yeah, those make exploring so much easier.
So I've already leveled up a little bit, and so has Phantom. I do have the sneak attack ability. Coming up here is a great time to go ahead and try to have that if you come here. So I believe you'll get some at least one level before you come up here, and you should be able to get that. But the reason is because when you get up over here, there's going to be a couple of guys that are facing away from you. And then you want to crouch, whatever button you have bound for crouch, and get rid of the bees.
A torch or a wand are really good for getting rid of bees. And outside of that starting area, most of the time when you encounter a beehive, it will send bees out after you.
Yes. Now, if you notice, I'm completely covered by this bush. You can conceal yourself within bushes and whatnot. And I've tested it. You can actually sit in a bush, and these guys sometimes will just wander around you. Not a clue in the world. Let me, I'll do this sneak attack on this guy and then just smack the other guy, and I'll show you the difference. So here's the sneak attack. One shot dead. Pretty simple. Now this guy, I'm just gonna smack him without the sneak attack, and you'll see the big difference. That red container right there, normally you can shoot it from a distance and it'll blow him up, but demonstrating. So if you get behind him and you just smack him, it gives the backstab but doesn't do hardly enough damage. And just watch how fast this guy can shred me. It's no joke. So you definitely want to make sure that you get that sneak attack on them, or kill them from a distance, or just have better stuff. Keep an eye out for these anvils, because they're a place you can repair on the go.
Yeah, very, very handy.
Also, if you watch my health bar, if you eat a bit of lean meat, a grilled lean meat, it extends it out. And then if you eat some grilled wolf meat, it'll extend it out farther. Oh, they fixed it. You can't eat two different types of meats at the same time. But anyway, the lean meat gives you 1 constitution. The wolf meat gives 2. So I'm not going to be able to eat the wolf meat right now, which is fine. And then you want to drink some water to help with mana regen. And maybe some honey to give you a little bit better mana regen on top of that. There's all kinds of different stuff. I will be doing a full video on all of the foods and everything. But before you go inside here to get the blacksmith, you can always go around and loot the stuff out here. And if you come over to this fence over here, Phantom, where are you at?
I came up the ladder to this, this chest up on top.
I'm going out the southwest side where this wall is.
Okay.
And if you come up to this wall and go out and around it, there's this natural ramp right here. You want to come up here and grab this thing right at the top. This is where, these are the things you want to keep a lookout for. They are shrines, and when you collect, they are sparks, and you're going to need the sparks to help upgrade and make a lot of really high-end stuff later, so you definitely want to pick those up. Plus, around these shrines you will find loot, and then you just run back down here and around the corner, and you're still at the blacksmith vault. All right. And once you've done all your exploring and looting, you just move on in. And there is one guy in this vault particular for the blacksmith, and you can get a backstab on him, but getting up behind him is pretty hard because he's actually facing this direction, sort of. He's like at an angle towards this direction. But if you're good enough, you can get that backstab on that first hit and then have, you know, somebody go in and finish him off. Then the blacksmith will, when you come and get the blacksmith, this one will be glowing, and then you just come up and push E on it and acknowledge it, and then you will be able to get the blacksmith. Another thing you want to remember is these big containers, you can break them up for metal. And there is a secret right here behind this one. It's right across from the blacksmith thing, and it is a chest that is locked, so you're gonna have to make sure you have lock picks. And this is actually the first time I've seen 2 weapons in it. Normally it's just 1. It's normally the metal star mace, but this time we got 2.
Oh, what was the other one?
A green executioner's axe, an uncommon executioner's axe.
Very cool.
So that's a 2-handed. I'm not going to be using it, and I don't think Phantom is. So when you can actually salvage all these items you pick up, and they give you runes, and runes will help you upgrade items you find later. Okay, and then it dropped a piece of metal. 3 pieces of metal, actually.
Ooh, that one was lucrative.
So once you're done getting the blacksmith and you just want to get back and place him, you can just go to your map, find your home, and fast travel to it.
Teleportation for the win.
And after you get back, it will have you make the summoning staff, which is just a twig. And it is... Where did I put that stupid thing? Ah, here it is. When you have it on your bar, you just select it and push tab, and then you can select which person you want to actually summon. And I'm actually going to go ahead and place him because now it thinks I want to place him. And when you have got one of the artisans already out and you come and replace them, the only thing it's going to do is just move them. And this guy will give you a bunch of quests, and then he gives you the ability to make the forge, the charcoal kiln, nails at a better ratio than what you can make, felling axe, and the pickaxe, which that's what Phantom and I have. He's also makes cheaper lockpicks and better weapons for the start of the game, and the fur armor.
That's what we're wearing.
And of course, some decorative stuff.
Now get out.
Wow. He's just full of joy and happiness, isn't he?
Yeah.
And that's it. That's how you get the blacksmith. In the next steps, we will be taking on the first boss and showing some important things that need to be gathered in the shroud while we're on our way to do that. Thank you all for watching. Really do appreciate it. If any of this was remotely helpful, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and we will catch you on the flip side.
Later.
See ya.